Oh, hello there, welcome. Today we are making a video about how to do this end of year project. And so what I'm gonna do is model what my idea is. And if you like my idea, then that's a good start for you. If you like one of the other teacher's ideas, that's great too. All right, so my thought is to wrap up this year I'm going to look at the mission and vision statement. So I'm going to read through it real quick here. And so the way we set up the mission statement is when you enter here and then when you leave here. So I'm framing that as sixth grade. So when you enter sixth grade, you will embrace curiosity, take risks, seek adventure, use our voice, think globally, and build knowledge. When you leave sixth grade, you should possess empathy, exercise humanity, create change, own your voice, engage globally, and pursue excellence. So I'm going to pull a few of these out and use those for my framework. So in my mind, it makes the most sense to have a tree. And I like the idea of branches on this tree. And so I'm kind of making this tree like this. It's really, you can see it's really just a hand turkey. And then I'm breaking the branches off. So I have 5 branches. Okay, because I have 5 fingers. It's a good thing. And so I'm going to put it like that so you can see that better. And in my mind, I really like the leaves on the Jeffco tree. And so we have some leaves kind of like this. And for me, these leaves are like ideas or things that I accomplished this year or areas that I excelled in or met the mission. So I'm looking through here and I like embrace curiosity. And so I'm going to write that one here. Embrace curiosity. I like taking risks, obviously. So take risks is going to be another one of my branches. I'm going to do a branch that's just building knowledge because I think that's important to me. And I also like this, you possess empathy when you leave. So empathy is going to be another branch. And I think create change. That one really speaks to me too. So I'm going to put that one on there. So as you can see now, I have this little graphic organizer and it's really just a hand turkey, but it looks like a tree with leaves. So I have embrace curiosity, which is something you're supposed to do in sixth grade, take risks, build your knowledge. And then when you leave, hopefully you have empathy and created change. And since I am in sixth grade every year, well, this is what my goal was this year. So then the next thing I'm going to do is kind of think about things that I did that meet these requirements. And those will go in these little leaves, I think. Although they might be bigger, so I'm not sure if they're going to fit in there. But for me, embracing curiosity is rabbit holes. And we worked on rabbit holes, and I think I taught a couple lessons on that. If you think of the Coco Groff, and she played Naomi Osaka, and remember Mr. V had posted something on how different it was for her to talk to Osaka as compared to Serena Williams talking to Naomi. And so that kind of made me curious of what was so crazy about it because I don't know anything about tennis players. So that kind of led to this rabbit hole. And really, we spent a week researching female tennis players. And we started with those two, and then we found out that they were upset about Serena Williams and what she did, but I felt like they were standing on Serena's shoulders. So Serena gets a little extra leeway because she was the one who started the power. And then I thought, well, whose shoulders does she stand on, and whose does she stand on? And so that led down this rabbit hole. So we embraced curiosity. Taking risks. I think about the Inuit housing problem. And at the beginning of the year, we researched the problems with Inuit in modern day Canada and how their housing is a problem. And then we tried to solve that problem. So that was taking a risk because it was a big project and it didn't go so great. And so that was good because then we learned from that, and I learned from that. And so that would be under taking risks for me. We have a lot of other things I could think of, but it looks like my video is already too long. So the next thing I said was building knowledge. So that's kind of something I do every year when I teach the same things, but each year I've researched to see if there's new teachings on these, if there's new findings. In the case of Venezuela, what new information has come about? Was the old information correct? Or do we now look at the old information as being, it was shady to begin with? So I'm going to put those things down here, Venezuela and the Inca. I actually learned quite a bit new information about the Inca and Aztec this year. And really the Inuit, which we learned a lot about. The next one is empathy. And so putting yourself in someone else's shoes and really working from empathy. I think if you've seen your grades, I give you a lot of empathy. So, understanding that kids have different situations that come up, and those are things that I take into account when I'm doing grades or setting assignments, or sometimes taking little bits of assignments out of other people's work. So let's look at the last one. So empathy is seeing things from other people's point of view. And so really, since there's a new 120 kids, I have 122 new views on things, and I understand kids in a different way. So really every year we build empathy, and that comes into play with grades, with conversations in class, with assignments, those kind of things. So creating change, well, hopefully I've created change with all of you. And so just by you being in my path this year, or I being in your path, we have changed each other. So you guys have changed me, and I see things differently from different views. And hopefully I've taught you to see things differently. And so we're going to write that down here. Hopefully you have new values, new understandings of the world, new understandings of other people, new goals in your life. If you think about when you started sixth grade and who you were, and now at the end, who you are, and some of you have made these amazing jumps in growth, and some of you have made normal moves of growth, but everyone has changed and grown since we first started the year. So I guess I would put that down here. And so I would put, you have new ideas, new understandings, new values. And those would come from videos of the day, videos that we watched in class, videos on subjects, but also things like the Rabbit Hole Project, or things like Venezuela, or making an art piece from a culture that no longer exists. So hopefully those things all changed you. So I guess that should show you. I probably need to sum this up, and I'm thinking maybe this trunk right here is a great place to sum up things. And so now I have grown from the input, ideas, knowledge, values, impressions, personalities of 122 new people. And so just being affected by meeting 120 new people, that's changed me. And so there you go. There's my thing on there, my graphic organizer. I've kind of explained it as I went, so I'm not going to do a whole Flipgrid now, but that should give you the basis of what one way to do this project is. All right, well, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe, leave a comment, or whatever else people do on videos. All right, bye-bye.